Do you struggle with mess in your home? Do you sometimes feel like you're pulling your hair out all day, every day? Because it's basically a constant, you know, merry-go-round of kids make mess and then let's clean it up. And then you turn around and there's another, another mess made. Me too. Today's video, I'm going to take you on a messy home tour. I have not cleaned up. This is exactly the state my home is in at the present moment on Saturday, Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody, at 2 p.m. Eastern. And so I'm going to just walk you around, show you the current state of my home. We're going to stay on my ground floor, and then we'll sit down and have a chat about mess. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. So we're here in the front of my house. This is used to be an office. This is where I used to sit. You might remember from some of my past lives, I would be sitting right here, and you saw the background behind me. I used to have a lamp in the background. Anyways, that is all now here in favor of a big leather sectional with a teddy bear that looks like he had a hard night last night and he's tired. Right here behind me, I've got a shelving unit that I just put together. So this is really nice and tidy. And then I kind of tidied up the desk, but essentially what I did was I just shoved it all in a corner and went like that with my mop behind it, my good old Norwex, and shoved a whole bunch of things into a basket. Okay, coming over here. This sectional had so many things on the floor. You cannot underneath it. I mean, you can't really see, but there's like popcorn kernels everywhere. And that is a piece of the vacuum that I need to attach to my vacuum. All right, walking into my foyer. Let's look behind me. I've got my vacuum. I don't know what that is. And if we come over here, oh yeah, don't you just look at, oh, quarantine life, masks ready at the ready. I've got here, we got some kids' baseball gloves on our front credenza, more baseball gloves, mail that hasn't been addressed yet. My favorite thing to show you guys is that basically every wall in my home, in my brand new home, in my 1-year-old home, has crayon and drawing on it. Okay, moving into my dining room. So this is actually pretty clean. Like there's kind of not even that much clutter on the floor or anything. Pictures are fairly straight today behind me. Over here, when you're a YouTuber, there's always a camera. So there's always a camera. Happy birthday sign still has not been taken down from my daughter's birthday on October 1. And here, over here, this is actually really exciting to show you. This is beautiful, beautiful wall decals that are going to be going in my upstairs for the next round of the 1-room challenge. Okay, so that's fun. Let's go this way, shall we? So my stroller is here, and it's got a whole bunch of mail. Mail for me is something that I need to strategize how I deal with. And here's my pantry. Non-Pinterest worthy. You know, just all the things on the floor there that will one day get tidy. Okay, let's walk into my kitchen. Again, real time, did not tidy up for y'all. All right, we got a little bit of clutter on the counter. We got ample fingerprints. Over here, we have the remains still of breakfast, not tidied up yet. We have shriveled up hot dogs. No, the cinnamon buns. That was breakfast. Shriveled up hot dogs because I left them in the air fryer for too long. My lanai today is actually not too bad. We probably could like move the soccer stuff, but on the Traeger today, because it's Halloween, I'm going to shove my kids. I'm going to just fill them full of meat so that hopefully that like, you know, I don't know. My theory is it'll fill them up before eating a whole bunch of candy. Over here, we have, oh, I have brisket and I have ribs, and it's going to be so good. Here's my husband. He's so pretty. You're so pretty. And the living room's not too bad. You know, we could just straighten up a little bit, but not too bad. But you want to see what is kind of funny? This is always an area that gets a bit right behind me. So I will put things at the bottom of the stairs thinking that my children will very readily, without me asking, bring it upstairs. But of course, that's not a reality that happens often. And then right behind me here is I always have a basket of laundry that I put near the bottom of the stairs to collect things like socks and all that kind of thing that get left around. So let's talk about mess, shall we? Because mess for me is something that is definitely a trigger. Why don't we, let's pull my friend up here. Mess for me can be definitely a trigger. It is something that historically I have learned about myself. It's a thing that can catapult me from like calm. It can launch me into stress. And so I've had to really ask myself a lot of questions about why mess triggers me and give myself scripts and tools in order to manage my mind when my home gets messy. And so there's two things I want to share with you. Number one, it's so important to remember that a messy home has nothing to do with our self-worth. How clean our home is does not have to define how successful we are or how well we're doing at life. That has honestly nothing to do with it. It's a fact. We need homes that are hygienic. Speaking of hygiene, I'm just going to show you this because this is what is that on the floor there? That is a chocolate bar that melted. Looks a lot like poop, but I promise it's chocolate. So we need homes that are functional. It's necessary for a home to be functional, and of course, it's necessary for a home to be hygienic. So it's just a necessary thing that we need to do in order for our families to thrive. We need clean houses, but when they are messy, that is just simply a fact that then needs to be navigated. How messy our homes are do not have to be tied up at all with our self-worth or our confidence and our ability to be great moms. So that for me has been number one, a helping tactic or a helpful thing to remember, that just because my home is messy, it does not mean that I am failing at life. So number one, being a bit more, I guess, realistic about the fact that mess is going to happen. Sometimes I can hear myself say, why is my home this messy? And I kind of just have to I have to accept the reality that I have a lot of small children and that it takes time to help them learn how to clean. I've got kids of all ages. And so for my older kids, obviously there's some, parameters and guidelines I can give them. Like we close doors, we put things away. But with my small guys, of course, they're still learning and growing in their ability. We all know toddler life. So number one, remembering and really, 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 really leaning into the fact that how messy your home is does not define your worth or how good of a mom you are. And then number two, to remember, and if you caught my live last Saturday, and I'll put the link for you right up here, that you are a woman of solution, that you can tidy up. Like it's so possible to tidy up. And I think sometimes I can have the tendency to be like, well, it's just going to get messy again. So what's the point? But it's just so much more worth it to tidy up in small increments, because then it's not building up. It's not a bigger job to do later. If you follow me on Instagram at Lisa Canning, on Mondays, so 2 days from now, I typically do a day in the life, and I'll show in real time how I clean up areas of the home, and it can take us between 5 and 10 minutes to tackle these small spaces. So let me know in the comments if this is something that you struggle with as well. Is this something that you have a hard time with? This is Joseph. Joseph, I'm saying hi to all the moms on the, hey, that kind of hurts. Please stop. Mommy. I'm saying hi to the moms on the, yes, honey.
I want to go trick-or-treating.
Oh my goodness. I want to go trick-or-treating too, but it's not until the evening. All right, come with me, Joseph. So to remember that you can clean. It is possible. It is possible. You can come up with strategies to help keep clutter at bay. And of course, you can just launch into action. Okay, so a couple other areas I want to show you. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. I love you, Colleen. I'll be right back, okay? This is the last area I want to show you guys because I'm sure my lovely Colleen is going to want me. Last area I'm going to show you. Oh, boy. So what do we got here? We got shoes that are everywhere. We've got school papers that are everywhere. We've got backpacks. I mean, this is fine. Like, I do try to keep this area, like, hidden, right? So I moved this. This used to be at my front of my house, but now I moved it into here. But here you go. So those are the things that help me when my home gets messy. And let me know in the comments if this is something that you struggle with too, and what do you do to help keep your home tidy? One thing that I am trying to find a new solution for is paper. So if you have any suggestions for how to keep paper organized, so mail, like literally anything mail related for me, mail just becomes a bit of a moving target to navigate in my home. So I would love all the suggestions. And a very happy Halloween to all of you. Hey, that is not, nope, you may not treat me like that. That is not polite. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and it's just always worth it to tidy up. Thumbs down.
I don't like this video.